This is your boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to present you our MLB On Deck segment for Monday, April 15th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. Let's take a watch all of our MLB, NBA, and NFL videos. If you haven't come and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all those tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily FanDuel, and DraftKings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure to check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So, hey, what up, Jeremy? How you doing out there, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, good, man. Hey, been doing pretty good on baseball. Ready to keep it going. There's a couple of spots that definitely I want to target tomorrow. There's some good pitchers that's going, so we're gonna kind of have to be a little selective on who we're gonna target. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm ready to talk some baseball.
Let's get into it.
Cool. First, I'm going to start with I like both sides of this matchup. I'm just going to pair them together. The Cardinals and the Brewers, they're in Milwaukee, a really good hitters park. I like both of these guys. I'll start with the Brewers side of things. They're projected 5 runs on tomorrow's slate, going against Dakota Hudson. Dakota Hudson, man, he's a guy you definitely want to target with left-handed batters. He's given up a 424 WOBA to left-handers compared to only a 241 to right-handers. So I'm going to definitely be looking at some of the left-handed bats on the Brewers. I'm really liking Shaw, Moustakas, Yelich, and surprise, we like lefties against Hudson. All three of those guys already have home runs against him. So I'm really liking these lefties, Brewer bats, and I can even see Thames. Man, Thames has started the season off very slow, but we know that this guy could definitely hit one a mile, and at a lower price tag. I definitely think that Thames, if he's in the lineup, you can look at him. Grandal as well, swinging a pretty good bat, and Grandal from his left side is his power side. So I like the lefties for the Brewers. That's really where I'm at. And then I like some of the St. Louis Cardinal guys on the other side of things going against Peralta. Like I said, this is a very good hitters environment. Peralta gives up a 359 WOBA to left-handers, a 235 to right-handers. So you want to target Peralta with left-handers as well. Outside, I think the right-hander you can always use no matter what. It's going to be Goldsmith. I mean, the guy's he's an all-star player. He hits anybody. But outside of that, you want to look at some guys like, a Carpenter, a Jose Martinez, Colton Wong swinging a pretty good bat. Some of these Cardinals are in play, but I think that the Cardinals are a little bit more of a GPP play for me, just because Peralta, he has shown that he can have really good start. So I like the Milwaukee side of things a lot more, but I definitely think you can look at both sides of this game in a really good hitters environment. Another game that I'm really going to be looking at, I like both sides of the Royals and the White Sox. They got a bunch of pitchers right here that honestly they're not very good. We'll start with the White Sox. They got a 5 implied run total as well, going against Heath Fillmyer. The guy has a 331 WOBA against left-handers, 342 against right-handers. So it's not really one side has an advantage on the plate. Both sides hit him pretty well. And you got a couple guys that have some good numbers. You got Jose Abreu, 3 for 3. It's a small sample size, but he does have a home run, 3 hits. And then you can look at guys, Tim Anderson, if he's going to be in the top of the order. Alonso swinging a good bat since coming over from Cleveland last year. Some of these White Sox guys are in play, but in this game, just like I said in the Milwaukee game, I like the Milwaukee side of things. St. Louis was a little bit more of a GPP. In this spot, I think the White Sox are a little bit more GPP. I really like the Kansas City side of things. They're playing very well to start the season. They get a matchup against Irvin Santana. I mean, he just needs to retire already. The guy's old. 425 WOBA against left-handers, 484 WOBA against right-handers. The guy's just getting hit, plain and simple. Royals are playing pretty good right now. You can start with Duda. He's 5 for 14 with a double home run. He's a very good price tag. 7 for 17 for Whit Merrifield with a couple doubles, couple stolen bases. Gordon, he has a couple home runs, a couple doubles. So I definitely like, these Kansas City side of things. A little bit more than White Sox, both definitely in play. And I mean, those are the two games I'm really going to be targeting. One team I'm going to be looking at probably a little bit more GPP, kind of like a wild card. I think they're going to be low owned. Jeremy, was it? We were just talking about it. Do you want to tell them kind of what you're talking about with the Kershaw? So why we kind of like Dodgers a little bit, why they're a little bit sneaky?
So I'll get into more. So first of all, I'm going to just take a second because I don't like to honk my horn. But if you are not a member, and I'm just going to say this right now, look, you get the cash game lineup, you get all that stuff, you get the optimize, great, all that stuff. But the majority, you get all my research, okay? And I guarantee you that there's not a site you went to on Friday that told you to fade Carlos Carrasco and load up the Kansas City Royals. I did. Carrasco went 2/3 of an inning and got blown up. I don't know how many people gave out the White Sox today against the Yankees and against Matsui. I did. I don't know how many people said load up Felix Hernandez will get you a quality start against Justin Verlander. I did. So this is the type of stuff you're getting in the deep dive article. You also get the cash game lineups. You don't want to miss this stuff because you're getting stuff like I'm going to give you guys a little nugget right now that my personal feelings on what you brought up, which was the Dodgers. When you look as a whole at a slate and you start building tournament lineups, right? You look at a whole as a slate. You got Bauer at 11-2. Cleveland's coming off of a sweep by the Royals. Okay, the Royals just swept them right out of town. Lucchesi at 8.2. Let me just sort this really quick by salary. So you got Kershaw at 10.8, and he's going against Castillo. Castillo has given up, I think, 7 hits, right? Has he given up 7 hits, bro, this season?
Yeah, I think that's the least.
He's getting 3 starts. He's giving up 7 hits. He's gotten, I think, 19 and 2/3 innings. The Dodgers are not – people aren't going to stack the Dodgers against Castillo. They're not. There's other spots where you can get more chalky spots. You can get a chalky spot with – I mean, we go down the list here of pitchers, and you start looking at Trevor Richards. No, nobody's going to load up Trevor Richards as a pitcher. Nobody's going to load up Yu Darvish tomorrow as a pitcher. Nobody's going to load up Martin Perez. Nobody's going to load up Heath Fillmyer. Nobody's going to load up Irvin Santana. So if those are pitchers nobody's going to load up, these are pitchers people are going to stack against because they're going to have a higher implied run total. People do drive-by research. And what I'm talking about is the easiest thing to look at is the Vegas data. We're far enough along in DFS, especially from a baseball standpoint, where the easiest piece of research to do is figure out who the highest implied totals are and stack players up from those teams. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a Dodger team tomorrow that's going to be super low owned, and they're going against Luis Castillo, who hasn't given much up. He hasn't. And I will recommend Luis Castillo all day long. And look, you look at all the stuff I look at, XFIP, movement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Unless you watch a lot of Luis Castillo, you don't really know how he pitches. Right now, he hasn't had any control issues. But you nailed the key stat. Go ahead and drop the WOBA numbers, lefties versus righties, Luis Castillo.
Yeah, so I mean, one reason that I'm really liking the Dodgers is my final kind of wild card stat. Castillo, he's a hard throwing right-hander, and he's actually very good against right-handed batters, but against the left-handers, he has a 340 WOBA. Like I say, he throws the ball very hard. Dodgers have about 5 different lefties that hit very hard. They hit balls very hard, very far. I like the lefties for the Dodgers, man. You got to look at Peterson. This guy Verdugo has shown some power. Bellinger has been going absolute bonkers. Max Muncy can hit the ball a mile. I like the Dodgers a lot. And I just want to. It's one right-hander.
I just want to be clear though, right? We're not telling everybody this is the chalk stack. That's not what we're saying. Right. What we're saying is that we like them a lot because we don't think anybody will own them. And as a tournament stack, to me, it's a perfect spot to stack up against. I also think you could take a look at Seattle against Trevor Bauer, just because Seattle is proven, and they just played a series against Houston, and Houston didn't go up there and blow them out. They didn't. They were hard baseball games. They were tough fought baseball games. So I think that those 2 spots you can be – I think that the one team that will be popular to stack against a more popular pitcher is going to be Philadelphia stacked against Noah Syndergaard, because Syndergaard has given up at least 4 runs in 2 of his 3 starts. So I just want to make that clear, bro. We're not out here saying, oh, the Dodgers are the top stack. Let's stack them up. We're talking about you can stack the Dodgers up tomorrow and legit have them at 1 to 3% owned individually. because people just aren't going to stack them up tomorrow. They're going to have a lower implied run total, and you're going to have high implied run totals out of all of the East Coast games. You're going to have all the East Coast games that are going to have higher implied run totals.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, who's standing out to you pitcher-wise?
Yeah, I mean, you have to start with Bauer. Bauer's pitched well, right? And his price is expensive at 11.2. Clayton Kershaw, I haven't taken a deep enough look into this to see if he's going to be fully back tomorrow. I know Dave Roberts is a guy that does the pitch count and he does all this stuff. I would think that you're going to see Clayton Kershaw at 90 pitches tomorrow. I really hope that there's news of a pitch count on Clayton Kershaw tomorrow. I do. And I hope it's 90, because if it's 90 pitches, I think people will fade him and his ownership will drop a little bit and people will go elsewhere. I think Aaron Nola will be a guy that's popular. But my point is that I think you can get Kershaw lower owned tomorrow if they announce he's going to be on a pitch count of around 90. People will fade him. And Clayton Kershaw can still get you a quality start and strike out 8 or 9 guys in 90 pitches all day long. Clayton Kershaw can do that. So I like Kershaw. We'll have to wait and see about the pitch limit. I do like Luis Castillo. I have no problem getting exposure to both sides of that matchup. I mean, this guy, I've talked about it on the deep dive. This guy, the only time he gets himself into trouble is when he can't locate. And then he becomes – and big league hitters are very good at watching – there's a reason why – one of the stats you look at for pitchers is first time through the lineup, second time through the lineup, and third time through the lineup, and what the batting average against them is each time through the lineup. And Major League Baseball players are so good at paying attention and eliminating a pitch and then taking that to their approach. So Castillo gets in trouble. When he's on, he's not predictable. He'll throw a curveball, first pitch, still strike one. He'll locate the fastball in the outside corner, first pitch, strike one, and it sets up everything else he can do. When he can't locate the fastball, he becomes really, really dependent on the curveball. And if the Dodgers left-handed hitters are able to sit back tomorrow, eliminate the fastball because he can't control it, or eliminate the curveball because he can't control it, and sit and look at one pitch, I think it's a long night for Castillo. On the flip side of that, though, if he can locate like he has in the first 3 games, I think Castillo is probably dollar for dollar maybe the best play on the slate.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, I mean, that's really where you're at right now for pitchers.
I will say one more thing. I don't know how many people realize that this is Matt Shoemaker, who used to pitch for the Anaheim Angels. Matt Shoemaker's 3-0. And I've picked Matt Shoemaker each time he started. The guy has one of the best curveballs that I've seen out of starting pitchers that I've actually watched and seen live. And I watch a lot of baseball live. This guy has dynamic stuff when he's right, when he's healthy. He's a strikeout pitcher, and he has all the upside in the world. This is a guy who's flirted with no hitters. This is a guy who's struck out 10. This guy has a lot of upside, and there's some strikeouts to be had in that Minnesota lineup.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, man, that's what we got for you guys. It's kind of an early preview of tomorrow's MLB's 9-game slate. If you want a full breakdown of, kind of in-depth of what we're looking at, a little bit more outside of this video, make sure to check out the site, dfscheatsheet.com. Got about 5 or 6 different MLB videos going up every single day. So, hey, your one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. Hey, man, good luck on your guys' contest tomorrow, and peace out.